Hello! Welcome back to my channel. I've done a pretty horrible job of documenting my pregnancy, but I have finally just hit my maternity leave with work, so I feel like I've got a little bit more time in the day to film and edit. Not that there will be many videos about pregnancy coming forward, but at least more than what I've done, because we just moved out of our fixer-upper, so that's complete as well. Hallelujah. I'm gonna have a video coming out about all that we've done, all the before and afters. The thing is, with my maternity leave, I thought I'd have all this time, and I do have like a good chunk of time. I've got 4 weeks of maternity before even the full benefits kick in. My work lets you have 4 weeks before baby, which is amazing, but there's like so much to do. I got so many clothes to clean, just organization, bags to pack, birthing things I want to review. There's so much to do. But one of the things I wanted to do on my maternity leave was update my vlog. So I wanted to do that here. A lot of these vlogs really are just for my own memory's sake. I'm hoping that in the future we're able to do another embryo transfer and that it's successful again, I hope, so we can have more than one baby. And so I kind of want to document these things for my future self to remember what the experience was like. So one thing I wanted to talk about was weird pregnancy things I've experienced. And I hope these come off, I don't want these to come off as me feeling ungrateful about my pregnancy. I am so grateful and so excited to be pregnant. But these were just things I didn't know would happen. And so I thought I could share them. Because why not? One thing. So I would say I wasn't super nauseous. I mean, I didn't feel good. I felt icky in my first trimester. I expected it to like completely be gone in the second trimester, but it didn't totally clear up until about week 19. And even then, I still occasionally get random bouts of sickness. The funny thing is though, my sickness, one of the first things besides just feeling a little squeezy, is that I start burping. I'll burp before I start. It's like my first warning sign is if I start to burp. And then a lot of times I just go have like a real good gag or dry heave. I don't even throw up. I just gag really good. And then the nausea passes. It's so weird. Another thing is like my feet and ankles have swollen. And some days are better than others. They're always a little puffy. I try to keep them elevated as much as I can, and that seems to help a lot. I use compression socks. I drink a gallon of water. I do all the things. I've talked to my doctor about it, so he's aware. My blood pressure is great, so he's not concerned about the swelling. And he said that during the summer months, 80% of pregnant women will have some swelling and water retention. But the weird thing is I noticed that the pitting edema that I had in my ankles, I was also having that in like my low gut. I noticed that my gut was having pitting edema. And so I brought it up to my doctor and I'm like, there's something wrong here. My stomach looks weird, really low. I saw online that someone called it like an orange peel look, like a fleshy looking orange peel. And he's like, oh, it's just water retention. It's fine. So I just have this funny looking orange peel gut. And my belly has been like ferociously itchy, which again, I brought up to my doctor. They ran blood tests just to be safe and everything's fine. I guess there can be something wrong with your liver if you're severely itchy, but my liver bile levels and something else came back just fine. But there have been times that my stomach gets so itchy, even though I try so hard to keep it moisturized. I've got several different oils I use, but I've also been using the Mother Love pregnant belly salve. I don't know how to say it. I mean, I keep this belly moisturized, and still the itching can be so bad that I try not to itch it, but there have been times that I give in, and one day I noticed I was having scabs on my stomach, so then I've tried extra hard to not be itchy. Sometimes the skin on my stomach will feel numb, I think because it's stretched so much so fast. I brought that up to my doctor as well, and he said, totally fine. Perfectly normal. It's just that the belly's growing so quickly. I definitely have stretch marks. More and more every day, climbing higher and higher up the stomach. And it's a weird thing to like see my body expand like this. But then there's also this level of gratitude that it's doing what it needs to do and that it's feeding the baby and that the baby's growing really well. So it's fine. I honestly don't feel that bad about it. It just is what it is, and this is something I've wanted forever. So I saw something online that instead of calling them stretch marks, they called them strength marks. And I really loved that. They're my strength marks. I feel exceptionally grumpy. Stuart and I have been taking a birthing class, and we learned that in the last few weeks or months of pregnancy, I think it's months, that your cortisol levels start to amp up. Cortisol is not only the stress hormone, but the hormone that apparently helps build the baby's lungs. And so in like a good way, it's an indicator to me that my baby's lungs are developing the way that they need to. But the side effect is that it just makes me grouchy. So I feel really irritable. And I think it also doesn't help that like I don't sleep great, which most people don't, I think, at this point. I'm also having a hard time like with my filter, mouth filter. I feel like I say things that I normally wouldn't. And then there's also this level of like, would I have said that? What's reality? Is this normal? Would I normally act this way? I can't even tell what's real and what's not. I don't even know. But I feel like I'm saying things more that I normally wouldn't have. By the way, did I explain? I'm literally sitting against my door because there are so many boxes and clothes and things that I'm still trying to work on that this is like the only bare space in my bedroom right now. It's one of those things where it's going to get worse before it gets better. And right now it's quite bad. So, forgive this beautiful backdrop. In addition to like getting queasy sometimes, I feel like I've been getting car sick so easily. I have always been someone who's battled with car sickness, especially as a child, but as an adult, if I'm sitting in the front seat, I'm looking forward, it's usually not something I deal with. But with pregnancy, it doesn't matter if I've been in the car for like 5 minutes, if I'm in the front seat, if I'm looking at my phone or not, like I get motion sickness. So that's been one thing. The thing that I have actually hated the most is I feel like I have this like death rattle in my throat. Not like a legit death rattle, but I noticed it in the very first trimester and it's been with me this whole time. I will hear, like if I'm sitting up, it doesn't matter what I'm doing, I can just hear this like, it almost sounds like teeny tiny mice inside my throat are like popping bubble wrap. This is like when I exhale. Just this. If I'm laying down at night, I can hear it in my ears. I have to turn on a fan to try to drown out this weird tappy sound when I'm exhaling. And if it's not the tappy bubble pop sound, it's like wheezing. I'll just hear this wheezing in my throat when I breathe out. Of course, it's not happening right now, but it's really strange. And I know that like your body is increasing mucus production in your face and your sinuses and like all these things are happening. And I know that like the esophagus changes and there's heartburn and there's like so much going on. So it hasn't been anything to concern me. But in addition to that, I've started snoring in my sleep. I'm not normally a snorer. And I hope I'm not a snorer after the baby's born. I hope that it goes away because I feel bad for Stuart. But I have been snoring in addition to my bubble wrap breathing / wheezing. So that's been fun. The only other weird thing I can think about off the top of my head is I have an eye twitch. So my eye's been twitching and it's just this eye, like in this one spot. If I yawn too big, it'll just start. I've had eye twitches before and it usually for me is due to a lack of sleep. So I don't expect that to go away anytime soon. But those are the weird things I've experienced off the top of my head, at least in the last trimester. I've had more things that have happened in my first and second trimester, but those are the ones that are more recent. My feet are really dry and cracking, so I'm excited to work on my feet when baby's born. I can't bend over well, so they are just gonna have to suffer for another month. Anyway, so those are my weird symptoms. Thanks for watching this weird video. If you by chance had weird symptoms in your pregnancy, I would love to read them in the comment section because it made me feel less alone and less weird. So feel free to share if you'd like, and we've only got about 4 weeks left until baby's here, so we're very excited. We've got a lot to do, and I hope to keep you a little bit more updated more regularly. So thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.